Paulo, the pinnacle of my career has always been able to banner the country's flag and have Philippines on my jersey. So, you know, it was probably the most emotional for me when we got up to sing the national anthem. And about midway through, what I like to do, what I've done throughout my whole career was sing along with the anthem. And about midway through, I started getting choked up, looking up at the flag, you know, seeing, especially during the New Zealand game, seeing the fans, and all the Pilipinas, Gilas shirts in the crowd. And, you know, it's an honor that it can't really be replicated in the PBA. The amount of pride and the amount of just the weight that comes behind it. As a player, you know, like I said, there's no greater honor. So, yeah, seeing the jersey for the first time, doing the photo shoot, everything, I just tried to stay present in every moment, every practice, every team gathering, because I know that that was potentially my last time being able to do that. Right. And for Chot to give me that opportunity to wear the jersey again, and like you said, it coming full circle with Chot, being that he brought me here in 2005.
Yeah.
For the sake of playing for the national team. That was the primary reason that he brought me here, because he was heading the RP team at the time. So to 17 years later, for us to be put together again in this situation, it's going to be one of my most memorable ones.
All right, for sure. This time around, though, it's a little bit different because, you know, you're coming from a PBA stint actually at the same time. Can you tell us how challenging that was, you know, playing in the PBA, playing a series of games, even training with Gilas at the same time, and then still representing the country?
It was definitely difficult. You know, the last 4 games we had to play, with Talking Text, the last 4 games we had to play within 7 days. And that was put together by the PBA because of the situation. And so Coach Chot told us well ahead of time that, you know, once he was put at the helm of Gilas, that, you know, not only would he have a lot of pressure on him and the players that he was going to take from Talking Text, but Talking Text itself.
Yeah.
Because we would all have to adjust, you know, and I think the guys did an amazing job. The guys being just the team, the coaches and the players, all coming together, understanding our role, understanding our position and the urgency in the situation. So, you know, coming out of that 2-2, and then going straight into Gilas, and I don't want to say luckily playing only 2 games, because I would have loved to play Korea twice, yeah. But you know, and then now having to jump right back into it and practice and play again starting Friday with 3 games ahead. There's a lot. It definitely takes a toll, and I think it takes even more than the physical aspect of it. There has to be a lot of mental toughness as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kelly, you know, I just want to emphasize just how much of a team player Kelly Williams is. Even here on the show, we can see it. You know, how he's sitting on a staircase right now just to make sure that he gets the right signal and that he looks good for everyone. I'm sure that's not very comfortable, so we're going to try to make this worth it, Kelly. But, you know, looking at this team in general, it's such a young group. We saw video of you talking to some of the younger guys there, giving them words of encouragement. We couldn't really hear the audio, but
I wish I could, yeah.
I'm very sure that you've actually talked to them a lot more during this entire process of them being part of Gilas Pilipinas. A lot of them were first time with Coach Chot, a lot of them first time with you. What were the messages that you would constantly hammer into their heads, and try and create those habits when representing the national team?
Well, one of the things I really tried to emphasize is the amount of pride and how special that moment, how special that situation is in being called up to the national team and represent the Philippines. And just kind of shared my experiences a little bit here and there. But obviously when it came to games, the big part of it is just trying to be available to the guys, not try to, but work as a professional should work, and the amount of seriousness and like I said, pride and that comes with wearing the jersey. It's something that shouldn't be taken lightly. Understanding that it's not just ourselves that we need to think about, but also, and not just the team, but thinking about the people, again, our kababayans around the world, and people, especially at a time like this with the pandemic, people going through so much. For us to be in a position and have an opportunity like this is something that we shouldn't overlook, and how special it is. So that's really, I feel like that's what Coach Chalk really wanted from me.
Yeah.
As far as my role being with Gilas, and
Kelly,
there's not really much I can put.
Yeah, just to ride on that.
Yeah.
Just to ride on that, actually, I want to ask in particular. Well, Jago wants to ask about two guys there in particular, because this is such a young core here, and I'm sure that you have a lot to think about, a lot to say with regards to this. But just summarize it. Who do you want him to talk about, Jegs?
Well, Kelly, talk about the two bright stars that really performed well in this window, 30 Ravenna and Dwight Ramos. What do you see in them?
30 and Dwight are incredible talents, and we knew that long before. I definitely, watching them play, watching them practice, seeing how they handle themselves, I know for sure the Japanese stint, or their stints in Japan, has definitely helped them. It helped them to mature as players. Seeing 30, step into his own. Having to have followed in the footsteps of his dad, Bong, and his brother, Kiefer. And now he's really made a name for himself. And good to see. I think it's good obviously for his career, but for the Philippines in general, Philippine basketball. And Dwight's the same way.
Yeah.
They are definitely bright spots in what's to come for Philippine basketball. And they really, they were the catalysts in our win in India and our push against New Zealand. So I'm excited for the Philippines, for the Gilas team moving forward. And I told them this after the last game. There's definitely a lot of bright spots. We want to win against New Zealand, and we could have. But the silver lining is the direction they're going in with the group of guys they have and the guys that will come in. There's a lot to look forward to.
Just hearing that, this gives me a lot of hope for the future of Philippine basketball, because there are a lot more younger talents coming in as well to try and fill in the gaps and try to make sure that the program is sustainable. Kelly, before we let you go, I need to ask this. This is a personal question, really. No one's prepared for this question. Back in the day, 30 Ravenna, you would probably be you were the most violent person I know at the rim. Like, you would destroy the rim whenever you could back in the day. My question is, you see 30 Ravenna doing the stuff that he does already. Who was more violent, you at your prime or him right now?
Oh, I gotta go with me. I gotta go with prime Kelly Williams.
I'd answer the same way.
I gotta go with him, man. I don't know if I had a chip on my shoulder. I don't know what I was angry about, but every time I got a chance, I'm trying to move that thing off the backboard. But again, with 30, he's not even close to reaching his peak. He's not even close to reaching his potential, and that's scary. That's scary to see. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
For sure. Kelly, we really appreciate you coming over and talking about Gilas Pilipinas and some of the young guys over there, and we hope we have you again soon. Talk more PBA, more ball, and really anything under the sun. Really
Thanks,
appreciate
Kelly.
you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Paolo. Thanks, Diego. You guys take care.
On that note, it's never too early to secure your support for the national squad. A variety of packages for the group phase of the World Cup are available to buy online starting today. Tickets can be purchased at the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 tickets website. The packages include a Follow My Team pass for both Philippines and Japan, covering all 5 games of the co-hosts in the group phase. The group phase window will be played in Japan, Indonesia, as well as the Smart Araneta Coliseum and the SM Mall of Asia in the Philippines. The final stage will be played at the Philippine Arena in Manila.